60, 61 with him and Jubilee. 66. I got some holes to fill for him. And
Greetings and welcome to the table on the tavern. Here we're talking about my comic book problem.
he has a comic
My
problem.
comic book dealer is actually Drake, one of my players, and convenient for me.
You know what this is?
That?
This issue is
Yeah, I know what that is.
it's issue 75. This is the issue where Magneto sucks all the
Yeah, it takes
adamantium
it
out of Wolverine.
Yeah, that is a historic. Yeah. That I have a run of comics that span after that with him and Cyber and all them.
Yeah.
Ugly, yeah. Beauty's only skin deep, Cyber said. But ugly goes straight to the bone.
These, I don't think he's actually seen these. Conan the King, number 4.
No, but seriously, we are here to play D&D tonight here at the table on the chat
Oh,
room.
Gracie's here.
But these are, I have a huge comic book collection, and it's a problem.
Why are you on top of that box?
But
Box that doesn't have a lid. Why?
we're gonna go ahead and go around the virtual table and introduce some of our players to see, or our players. First up, we have Brandon. Brandon, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the character you'll be playing tonight.
Hello, I'm Brandon. I work with Patrick when I'm not playing D&D. When I am playing D&D on Wednesdays, I'm playing as Valcast Amberhand.
Okay.
He is a tiefling warlock, and right now he is trying to save his wife, meanwhile trying to get rid of the person that bestowed this warlock powers upon him.
Indeed.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, he's talked about it a few times, but carrying on. Drake, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing?
My name's Drake. I've known Pat for quite a while. We used to work together. We live in different cities now. We played D&D together off and on for a number of years now. And I am his paper crack dealer, a.k.a. comic book guy. I am playing a goblin sorcerer druid named Mario the Strong. I'm not very strong, but I got some really cool spells, and I just think I'm strong. And I'm not the sharpest tack in the box, but hey, I'm pretty loyal to my friends, and I can trip traps like nobody can. Blew that whole kitchen up like nobody's business. And yeah.
All right, thank you for that. And next up, we have Gracie. Last but not least, Gracie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing?
Yeah, so my name's Gracie, and I do not work with Pat, but I live in the same general area as him. I play a half-orc ranger. Her name's Mizoga. She's like a lover and a fighter. She cares for her friends, but she doesn't necessarily like to show it. But she deeply cares for them, and she just kind of wants to help.
Right on.
That is all.
And not be possessed by ghosts.
Yeah, tsunami possessed by ghosts.
All right. we actually have something we do every week when we get started playing D&D again, and that is a little bit of a recap of what happened the last time we played. And to prove that my players are actually paying attention, and to help get a little bit of involvement from them, I always ask that they do the recap. And I believe we have a recap for this session already pre-made, or is that not correct? Did you prepare one, Gracie, or is that for a different game?
I can do a recap.
Oh, well, I can't remember which game it was that you had written out a recap for. Did you already do that?
Might have been the Friday game.
So the Friday game. I get them confused sometimes. That would be that she plays in all three of my games, and I remember promising her that she'd be able to do the recap for a certain game, and I didn't want to step over her. But if it,
Oh,
it
that was sorry. That was a different person. That was Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's
On the
right.
Friday night.
was it right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that
thought
was
you
Ryan.
wanted to do one, and then Brandon wanted to do one as well. I can't remember, but maybe you're right. That was what it was. It was the That's what it was. It was right. That was so. Last time we played, just to let the cat out of the bag, our intrepid adventurers had found themselves in a dungeon, and they were exploring said dungeon, and when they came across, I believe, a gelatinous cube, perhaps, maybe more than one. I think there was two. Yeah, I think that the ecology of a dungeon often requires something to make sure that it's tidy when the players leave, or while they're still there. Whether it be carrion crawler, or maybe a gelatinous cube, or ooze, they all do the same. Just no gibbering mouthers. Gibbering mouthers are terrible. Never a gibbering mouther. Anyway, sorry about that. A little off topic there. So, what were we doing, guys? You guys were deciding whether you guys wanted to delve deeper into the dungeon, passing by a stone or a iron golem, or maybe return to the surface, or was it maybe something else in mind? Go ahead, Drake. What do you have? And you are muted.
So yeah, we had cleared that entire level that we were on, and the problem came that we weren't really equipped to take on an iron golem, and Mario came up with a harebrained plan to sneak in through another way in and try to sneak past him and into another lower level and hope for the best. But the party decided that it would be smarter to trek back out, sell some stuff, buy some things we needed from the lizard folk community that we had made friends with, and maybe reassess how we might enter and come back. So that's where we left off last time.
Yeah, I can't help but notice that one little thing.
We
I
also
believe there was, like Pac-Man, there was a ghost chasing.
yeah, we had a ghost chasing us out of the place after we fought multiples. In fact, Mazoga got possessed by a ghost, and we had to make a deal with the ghost to get her free, and he ended up possessing me for a little while to be able to see and do what he needed to do, and then he kind of moved on, and we did fight the two gelatinous cubes, and we never did find the kobolds again, though. The kobolds that were down here, they vanished, but that's okay.
You could always take your chances with the ghost and explore the dungeon further.
I think
It turned out very well the last time.
I think during the last session we actually had left and gone out.
Oh, last time you got to talk to, like, he was a nice guy, Eleanor. Cool guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought he was very helpful. He let you guys live.
I mean, you are correct.
I mean, he did. In all fairness, he did not break his word about letting our girl go. He did
Mhm.
unpossess her, and it was like we were
Just
kind of
did
holding our
something
breath.
for it. What did you do for it? Do you remember?
I let that ghost possess me so he could control me and touch the shrine, so he could speak with his lord, which I have some theories on who that person is, but I'm not 100% sure. I kind of think it's one of those this one of his forefathers or Bertru.
Yeah, some sort of dragon or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Appeared
There's
to
that.
you. Yeah. And claiming to be someone named Virtue, I believe. Yeah. It was all that. So, and yeah, he was gone. Released from this prison that is this dungeon. You guys still find yourselves out. Chased by another specter. Quickly to make the decision. Rise to the surface or take your chances delving deeper into this dungeon. So, with no further ado, what would you like to do?
Well, I
Leave
would
the dungeon?
say,
Quick question. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if we're using Roll20.
Well, it depends on you. If you continue to delve deeper in the dungeon, I would recommend it. If we're just going to take our chances hanging out with the lizard folk and the little tents, we don't really need it, but we can utilize it if you guys make your way back to Articar. I, of course, have a city map for you, but I don't think we need Roll20 for the theater of mind play above surface right
So I guess my question to the group is, I we were going there originally with the paladin rogue that is kind of MIA right now. So
now. Indeed.
um, we were investigating some kind of stuff we found out about in that town, correct?
Indeed, you were.
So
Technically came here for all we needed.
I'm cool with going back in if you guys want to, but I'm also cool with seeing where the road takes us. Now, were we going to try to take something back to the Temple of Phyxiuos? Is that what we were talking about doing at one point?
You guys have a series of documents and some books, journals, and such that I believe would have been a big part of the reason why you guys came to begin with, was to find out more information about what this place was intended for and all those good things. After all, when you came through with Natalie before, you didn't really stop to investigate or take a look at anything. You just kind of ripped through and whatever. And even later, when coming back through, you were like, nah. It didn't interest you, the whole investigation of the dungeon. You wanted to go further down, deeper in, and you had never actually investigated this whole level before.
That
This is the same dungeon
yeah. So
you went into with Nate.
the first time we came was with the whole crew, and we fought the black dragons at the entrance of the one part of the cave entrance to the dungeon, and we were also in the one level of the dungeon, and we never went down below that. We stopped in and had to deal with all the stuff in Aquilonia. Then, after we beat all that stuff in that campaign ended, Natalie came back with one of Andrew's characters. I don't think was it the warlock? I don't think it was. And we we came in and went deeper down, and that's where we ended up finding like all these, for lack of a better term, old D&D type wording, simulacrums of our old traveling companions. And then we ran into the Death Knight. And Nedeline decided to make a deal, because if she hadn't made a deal, she was afraid everybody else was going to die. I was pretty sure she was going to live, but majority of all the other people that were with us were going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And the Death Knight was kind of giggling about it too, because it was like
not at all.
she had to, like, she was trying to make the right move that would not get everybody killed, realizing that she was going to have to deal with this thing later, but in under better terms, was the way she was looking at it.
Okay.
And then here we come, these three, and I feel like, oh, yeah. But I'm cool with whatever everybody wants to do. I'm cool with what we were talking about. I think we talked about going back and dropping off that stuff and trying to find some equipment or something that would help us deal with getting past the Iron Golem. And to be honest, have either of you, while you were traveling around that section over there, when we were all split up doing different stuff, did either of you actually like move close enough for the Iron Golem to actually move, or is it just like in statue mode right now, guarding the front?
No. So it actually moved. I went closer when we were all split up to the doorway, and it came to the doorway. It can't get through it, but yes.
So
it's
it moved.
generally alive.
Okay. Did
And
you move close enough for the door for it to attempt an attack on you, or you just stood there and it came to the doorway?
I would say
I think
it could have attacked her where she was standing, but it made no move to. It almost seemed like it might be able to make its way out of that room, but made no move to. So when I say it couldn't leave the room, it couldn't leave the room, magically sealed, as though a magical protector.
Okay, so
After all, if that protector goes wandering around the dungeon, then who knows who could just go check out.
So I'd like to make a history or canon check or something like that to see what I know about golems.
Fair enough. However, we still need to make the decision if we are leaving or staying, because if you're staying, you need to roll initiative. In fact, let's roll initiative and see if you can get out before the ghost gets you.
Oh yeah, we were running up the stairs. I thought we had already beat the thing on initiative. And we
Yeah. So, let me just ask that question: are you guys leaving the dungeon? Or are you guys hanging around inside?
I would like to
Yes,
say we're
we're-
leaving. So
Okay. In that case, I will help you leave, and we will leave all together. You ready? Now, let me see if I can find that map. Where are you, Mr. Argon?
all go down together. Where are you, Mario? Where are you?
That might be an
Where
old camp.
am I? Where? So we're not get out of
Yeah,
the
looks like we
concept.
won't be utilizing roll 20 for this game tonight.
So where?
I don't have that map set up
Oh.
for Hardcore.
You have this
Oh,
under
yeah.
Nightfall, don't you?
I have this under night,
I was in.
and
Sorry.
it technically would be in.
Get out of there.
So the best I can do is this.
Where am I? I guess I'm not in here either. Why am I not? I guess I just didn't re-add him. So would you stop it, please?
So if you can see this map of what says Stygia, can you guys see that on roll?
Yes.
Okay. You see where it says the ruins or ruins there?
Yes.
That's your
Okay.
ruins. The ruins you currently are in. Okay. Down south of there is Arctica. That's where you guys arrived. Okay. On this continent, Stygia. And then you traveled up the coastline to the ruins. So that's at least a couple of days travel, just as it took me the first time. So it'll be travel going back. But of course you have the lizards. The lizard folk. That's it. I think we're probably done with the eerie music in the dungeon. So you wanted to make a history check about iron golems. Is that correct?
Yeah, because I can do history or Arcana. Arcana's fine. Is that cool? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No, I'm not muted.
Yeah, you can do
Arcana.
yeah, you can do an Arcana check. It would definitely be up the Arcana alley, I'd say.
So I got a 14 on my roll.
All right. It's a little bit more relaxing, ain't it? Sound of a gentle stream.
And on roll 20, where are we at?
You guys are where on the continent named Stygia, which would be one of the southern continents, okay, in the middle part of the map. You're in a location called the Ruins, or Ruins, as you guys are in ruins. Now, you look down to the south, there's a place called Arctica. That's where you guys arrive on this continent. It's really the only major city here. Other than that, there's a few different settlements further inland. If you wanted to travel that way, you'd be going through marshland. Lots and lots of marshland. Otherwise, it's the coastline, making your way down south to Arctica. If you go north, well, you'll find nothing but water. And you'll find the lands in which Aquilonia once resided. But now, deep beneath the waves.
Why is there a woman
So,
down on there? That's funny. All right,
that
so
represents your other party in another game called the Old Lands, where yeah, that's what that is.
So we're right there by the ruins, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact,
Well, the crazy part was once upon a time where the water is above us was actually land. Correct?
yes, it used to be a land bridge.
Yeah, there used to be, it almost was like right there, and then here and here. This whole area right in here was all, this whole area right here was land. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I've put a new token on the map. You see that token?
I do. I see us.
Yeah, that's a goblin name.
Cardoon.
Let me make it so where you can move Mario around the map. So you can take Mario and show me where you would like to go.
No, I can't.
Oh, I know. I'm working. I am well aware. Now you can.
Well, where do you? I mean, where do we want to go, guys?
I'd say let's take this stuff back to the. I'd say we take their information back and report back to it, back with it.
To who?
The who was it that we spoke to? Was it Alcaril that had
The church with.
The stuff
what I-
that had to do with the church for the guy that's not in the group anymore.
Yeah, that.
So I don't have a contact there.
No, but we have the information that they were asking for.
They were asking for specific information about what was going on in those ruins, right?
Yes.
But the information we found was information about people that were long gone. That
Yeah,
actually
so-
fills in some historical
I'm getting
gaps.
a reverberation from someone. Let's see who that's coming through on. Then you guys continue talking, but I'm getting some. I can't
But-
tell which one.
Okay. But we could still take the information back that we gathered from the Alcaril, or from the ruins, and pretty much turn it in place of Alcaril.
Okay, so let me remind Mario. Want to remind you of something. Let me remind you of something real quick. When we came up here, we pulled the kind of little heist with the pirates. Remember?
Yeah.
And they were kind of sailing up and down the coast there looking for us. So we got to walk all the way back down that road past where those pirates were, and all that other stuff that we walked past on the way, which is no big deal. But keep in mind that that just three of us now, and when we get back to that city, the Articar, where we're talking about, I just wondering if that's the best course of action. But I understand why you want to go there, and I look over at Mazoga. Mazoga, what do you want to do?
I think we should take our information back to that church. And if we have to slay a few pirates on the way, I mean, what's a few pirates? We fought
Then maybe
some
we
gelatinous cubes. Me and you both got possessed.
That's true. Maybe we can get some money out of the deal, get paid, or maybe a magic item or something from the church, you think, maybe? I mean, as a humble goblin, I don't really know how churches operate.
I'm not sure. Possible. Maybe you'll get a fat reward. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Maybe they'll feed you in cheeseburgers. Who knows?
cheeseburgers.
They might pay you.
Otherwise, I was thinking about going around about right there. Wait, no, right here. No, it won't let me go there. Right here. No, right here. No, right there. Oh,
Let me see where you're trying to
right there. Right there. Where all those this city was.
go. Okay. Yeah, you can go there if you want. You can go for a long swim.
Right there. Damn. It's really okay. Yeah. So all right. So yeah, I guess I'm down with going back to Articar.
Now, unless you're swimming, that's where you're gonna get a boat.
Um,
And then again, maybe you'll run into those nice pirates, and they'll give you a ride.
so that big area of water up there was like a massive city that's in the middle of that went underwater. So here's just a proposition for you. Just a proposition. Just laying it on the table. We take the stuff we got, the books and the scrolls and all the information about Cal and Calron and the Death Knight, all those guys, all that stuff that we have the notes on, all the information on. We take it back to the church. We give it to them. We give it to them in return for if there's some sort of reward or the type of supplies we would need to be able to go under the water down into the ruins of Aquilonia.
Pardon me, just one moment. Gracie, it's you. You're the reverberator. Can I ask you yourself? Thank you. Please continue.
So I am Mario the Strong, but I'm really all the history and the stories of the past and the battles that went there and the dragons and the undead creatures and all these heroes of old. There's got to be all kinds of cool stuff in that city. So it is underwater. So we need some ways to breathe underwater and some ways to move freely underwater and maybe something we could use to create bubbles around us where our magic would work properly in certain areas. So we go back, get some stuff. That's what Mario thinks would be fun. I just threw a massive curveball at Pat.
By all means, go ahead. Let's go swimming.
But that's just a thought. We could work up to it. Maybe we could find a boat with a cool crew that would be willing to sail there and drop anchor while we go playing in the water. I don't know. Maybe there's all kinds of boats to go by,
Mm-hmm. All the time.
And not try to kill us.
I can't promise that.
Well, I heard about this one boat called the Greasy Roger that was looking for hired help and passengers. We could go on that boat.
I roll me.
Oh gosh.
I guess I want to say goodbye to my lizard folk friends. I bought a headdress. I'm going to wear it.
Roll me a history check.
This would be Mario rolling another history check?
Yeah.
All right. Mario, you got to do... Oh, a history check this time. Oh, that's worse than Arcana. All right. Here we go. Well, I got a 12 because my history is +2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but never heard of a ship called the Phyxiuos.
I was joking.
You just made that.
Okay, I did. I made it up.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the Jolly Roger. Yeah, it was the Jolly Roger. It's a Roger of some kind. If we end up coming in contact with a Greasy Roger one day, I'm going to be like, hey, I told you guys.
I was just saying, can I fact check him?
Yeah, you go on Google and you fact check me. Yeah. There's got to be a Google in Thalia. Sure.
In Thalia, I am.
Roll me a Google check.
I'm gonna need you to refresh your browser. You can roll that for me.
So do I need to do a history check?
Yes, please. I mean, only if you want to see if you actually ever heard of a ship called the Rishi Roger.
That was a nat 20.
No, it wasn't. Was it really?
It wasn't that 20.
The DC was literally a 20, which was very, very difficult.
Where am I? Where's my
Oh
gobble?
my gosh.
While you were in Arctic,
Yo, buy a lottery.
Oh my!
While you were in Arctic, making your way through, you were in the tavern. I think you guys stayed there for a brief time before you made your way, and you think you remember hearing tale of some locals there talking about a battle with some guy named Roger that was all greased up, and something about a ship blowing up, and the legendary battle ended up being the christening of a name for a ship. Everyone called him, said he was crazy, but he said he actually was crew aboard one of these ships, this ship, at one point in time.
See there?
Zogan's gonna look at Mario and is like, no, you're not crazy, actually. I do remember hearing tales about someone called Greasy Roger that had a ship.
I love how stories change from one person to another. Every time you give someone information and they regurgitate that information in their own particular idiom to someone else,
It
it's kind
changes.
of like watching that chain where you get in a line. There's like 15 of you, and one person is told something at the beginning of the line, and then that person goes to the end of the line to see what came out the other side, and normally it's nothing like it. That was kind of like it.
So what you're saying is that Greasy Roger was a guy that had a ship, and the ship's named after him. And now I missed what else you said was what going on. What, he got kicked off his own boat or something? So maybe we can find him and help him get his boat back, and then we'll get a ride to where I want to go. This is a great plan. I can't believe you came up with this all on your own, Mazoga. You are so smart.
I heard if you actually get a full bucket of grease, possible Roger may appear. But I don't.
What kind of grease? Chicken grease?
Cooking grease.
Like
They say that before he was
bacon lard.
the Greasy Roger, he was the cook. No one knows if that's true.
The story gets more outlandish by the moment.
He also rode a blue oxen everywhere he
Wait a minute. Just Blue Ox giant size too?
went. No, that was the name of the ship, Blue Oxen.
Wait, the ship is called the Blue Ox?
It was the guy's name, Greasy Roger. Jeez.
Gotcha. So I got a question. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
So is this like a merchant vessel? Was this a mighty warship? It
I'm
couldn't have
just
been a
kidding.
pirate vessel called the Blue Ox. Come on now.
Like Cliff Clavin in a bar just telling all kinds of stuff. As though it's fact.
All right, Cliff. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna buy you another drink. You just keep talking.
Well, Carla, as it so happens, back in 1923, Roger himself invested into a pig factory, and apparently the best thing was to recycle different parts, and so he was actually a grease farmer. No one really knows about that, but this is something. As it so happens. That's kind of like Cliff Clavin. It's nowhere near what it
I'm going to tell you right now, above game, if this group meets that group and Mario meets Roger, the conversation is going to be hilarious.
As that lamp off. But anyway, so the decision still lies. You guys looking for a ship named the Greasy Roger? Sure.
So
Are
we
you
are
guys ready to search
currently
an article?
we were going to buy something from
Uh,
the lizard folk before we left,
it
weren't
looks
we?
like we decided to head towards Arcot. Well, you guys want to check out the vendors, quote unquote vendors at the lizard? Okay, fair enough. Let's
Yeah.
see what the lizard's down. Okay. So you guys do emerge from the dungeon just in time, as you can still hear the howls of a ghost, a specter that traveled after you. But once you close the door behind you, the howls turn to wails of regret, seeming bound not by the walls of the dungeon, but by the doors that seal.
We three are the most unprepared to deal with ghosts. Ghostbusters, we are not.
It's a good thing he can't get past that door because he was going through all the walls of the dungeon as you guys making your way out. Anyway,
If you got us
so
do the who you gonna call, it's not us.
you find yourselves in the overgrown remains of an ancient city lost to time, now overgrown by nature. Um, birds may call out, you may hear them, and maybe even a flock takes flight as you emerge from this crypt, this dungeon. Um, but you find yourselves in the ruined remains of a city, quiet but dark. It appears you've emerged in the night. So why don't I get some perception checks from the line?
Okay.
It's
Perception.
not.
I'm sorry.
I said there was another nat 20.
Very good. Anyone else?
I got an 11.
I rolled an 18, so I have a 22. Yeah.
You said an 11? Brandon.
Yes.
I see your icon. Anyway, so Brandon, you notice that the pigeons flocking out of the roost that you disturbed them from as you clamber out of a cellar door, and of course as they're exiting out the doorway, your head is down. Uh, but Chris and Gracie, you peering out as the birds emerge, you can also see in the distance a glow through the trees, firelight, perhaps from the camp or village where these lizards folks were. Of
They're
course, it
having a
could be a
cookout.
good place to look.
They're having a cookout. We're just in time. So, shall we?
Lead the way, little man.
All right. Mario just starts walking on toward the fiery glow, hoping for the best.
So you make your way out of the ancient ruined city uh, that time seems to have forgotten. And as you do, you still see the shadows move, glimpse, wondering if you might see another specter like you did in the dungeon. Once or twice you thought you saw eyes peering back from the darkness as you creep your way through the quiet city at night. You do hear what sounds like rustling coming down one of the dark alleyways. You've made it about halfway through the city. You could make a run for it now. Maybe you can get to the camp before whatever that was emerges. But what would you like to do?
Do we all three hear the rustling coming down the?
Yeah, you all three notice the rustling. It's down a dark alleyway in the ruined confines of the ancient city. Uh, the the darkness is obscured um, by, of course, debris and the vegetation that has overgrown the city.
So I want to just throw it out there. If it's something that's actually stalking us, it would never expect us to go to it. Just saying. I don't know. Do you guys want to go check it out?
I'm sorry, Gracie. Please go ahead.
I was just asking if I can do a perception check.
Please do.
I know what it is. That was a 1.
Wow.
You think you see red eyes in the darkness peering back.
Is it Balerion the Black? The Balerion the Black Dread? No? Okay. Just checking. That'd be bad.
You hear rustling, so forth, going about, and then anyone else?
I'll roll a perception too to see if I can catch anything on top of the last perception roll I rolled. Here we go. Wow, I was 22 last time, 15 this time.
Anything from you there, Brandon?
He's afraid.
So
it's pigeons.
I know, right? So do they? We're all following, and we're stopped. They catch my eye too, as well.
Well, there's something, you're not sure what, making sounds in an alleyway, a dark alley.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're leaving the ruined city. I'm asking
Okay.
you if you guys want to just continue making your way, or what. And Chris has decided to make a perception check. So is Gracie. I'm asking what you want.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll a perception check as well, just to see if there's anything down there that I may be able to see.
Okay.
That was an 11 again.
No.
Those damn pigeons.
I know, right?
But no. You hear, both of you, what sounds like snorting, as something seems to be digging.
Be what?
Digging. It sounds like maybe.
Oh, hey. Maybe it's like a boar or something. If you guys hungry,
Could be.
want to go check it out?
In other words, I heard.
Well, why don't I do this? Oh, wait.
What did she say?
Is that in other words, I hear pot roast?
You hear pot roast. Yeah.
Well, if we move up there and it's like a boar or a pig of some sort, I can cast Speak with Animals and talk to it, or make animal friendship, and then we can
it'll just turn into bacon for you. Maybe like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it'll show you the best, most dangerous part of his ride.
Restaurant at the end of the galaxy. Yeah, then we get the bacon and the pork tenderloin, and the rest he gets to go about his way. Everybody's happy.
Or what I can do is I can pull out my Dinglebopper's crossbow, turn invisible, and actually try to sneak up on it and see if it's actually a boar or not.
Well, you
So we
feel
have
like,
a few different options here. What do you guys want to do as a party?
I mean, if you are volunteering to go down that dark alley by yourself and sneak up on it while me and Mizoga sit here and cover you from here, I'm cool.
Let's do it. All right.
Ready?
So we
By
walk.
turning it, just
I'd say just for. I'm sorry.
go
For
ahead.
seeing in the dark purposes, it's daylight and the alley is dark. So obviously, we're going to walk to the
Negative.
edge of the darkness,
Negative.
so our night vision is
Negative.
useful.
Sir, pardon me. You guys emerge from the dungeon in the middle of the night. It is
Beautiful.
dark.
Never mind. All right,
Okay.
cool.
All right. There is no daylight. The only light you see is from the camp
The
that
fire.
you believe is like right.
I'm on board now. Sorry.
You're good. So if you're turning invisible and you're trying to sneak, go ahead and roll me a stealth. You're going to be able to make that stealth check at advantage because of invisibility.
Okay. So I'll do this. Vintage. Let's do it this way.
Hey,
What the heck? Oh, I didn't hit roll. Duh. Sorry, guys.
That happens. What you got there, Brandon?
I rolled a 21.
Oh, okay. So you begin creeping up. You can still hear the sounds of rustling. Now you have dark vision, so as you creep in, get closer, within about 90 feet of it, you could actually see the board. It is digging. It seems to have been like found like a hole that's under that is digging out underneath one of the buildings where certain roots have been coming out. It's got certain types of berries or whatever, and you can see that he's getting after the roots of this bush that has been growing out of this hole there in the alley. It hasn't spotted. It seems intent
Okay.
on its.
With my crossbow, I want to try to attack it and kill it.
Make me an attack. You can make the attack with advantage.
Okay. Five?
What?
That was a 5.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Plus 3, that gives it 5.
but you have advantage, so you get to roll again.
yeah.
That was my advantage.
Oh, so you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you sneak up on that boy. It has no idea you're there. It has no idea until a bolt sings out just underneath his feet as you shoot short, and it ricochets down the alleyway. Roll initiative.
Alrighty.
I look at Mizoga and be like, you know what we didn't do? We didn't come up with some kind of way to communicate with him while he's way down there.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm going to take care of that in just a second.
11.
I feel like yelling down there, are you okay?
You hear as this boar comes charging out of the darkness straight towards your crossbow bearing friend. Now it doesn't know. Wait, it does. You fired, therefore it can see. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it charges directly at you. Does a holy fuck 22 hit.
Wow.
Yep.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah. Armor class is 13.
Yo.
All right. So with the charge, I'm going to roll a d6. Okay. I need you to make a strength saving throw, however.
All right. Let me get to that. Ooh. Does a 14 save?
14 does save. You take a total of 4 points of slashing damage as the boar charges forward and then gores your leg, just the outside of your calf as it's trying to run past you. Okay.
Mm.
Now, Mazoga, Mario, you can see.
Wait. I do have a reaction spell that I'd like to use.
Okay.
I'd like to use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. This is a save, I believe. What is the DC?
The DC is, where's it at? 16.
And what is the category? Yep. It rolled a natural 20 to ornament. Fuck this. I mean, this boar does not know it's bacon. I'm sorry. But it is charisma or wisdom? Dexterity?
It was dexterity, yes.
I don't know why I always expect like a spell save to be like a anyway.
Yeah.
So it as it's charging past you, the I believe this is a save or suck, correct?
It was, if it saves, it takes half, and I rolled 17.
Okay. You roll 17 points of damage.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So the core of the boar up your leg, and then poof, bacon. I'm just kidding. So then the boar bursts into flame and gives his last as it falls on the ground. It's only got 11.
Time.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It has that what you would call a blue sear, perhaps.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. High heat.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have a wild boar, okay, that you have conveniently collected,
And cooked.
and partially.
Right.
I wouldn't put a thermometer into it to see if it's done. Yeah, you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
This thing won't go over 85. What the hell? It keeps going down. Jesus.
Give me the old thermometer. It
You're
works
supposed
better.
to not use the slow cooker. You're supposed to use the high heat, buddy. The high heat.
So you do have a wild boar. Okay. You guys, of course, want to take this boar with you.
Oh, and we at least carve up the stuff we want.
Here?
I'd rather do it at the camp, Mario. Not
Are you
here.
gonna? Are you gonna drag it?
I mean, we do have a half orc.
Were you going? Were you asking Mazoga if she'll carry it for you?
I mean, if
I
she
don't know.
wants.
Usually a warrior that got a kill usually carries it.
I like that's what the half orc tells you. Warrior spirit.
Okay. So
is your-
my
Oh,
question.
Warlock, show me what you're made of.
That's funny.
Can't climb trees,
My
but can you carry a bull?
strength is 13. But here's the thing. I have a question for you, Patrick.
Okay.
Can I use Misty Step to go closer towards the camp with the boar?
Absolutely. Just got to pick it up.
It's okay. That's cheating.
Hey, do you need Mario the Strong to help you pick it up, buddy? Together we
So-
could probably carry it.
I'm not going to ask you to roll anything to drag the board. I'm not going to ask. Okay? I'll even, give you that at half movement. Whatever. But if you actually want to pick up the, like, throw it over your shoulder, fireman carry, and be like, "Let's go." Give me a strength.
Oh, I'm getting in on this action.
10.
You're like, let's do this. James,
I rolled a 13. Mario walks over there. He rolls a 13. I don't know if you can pick it up.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's a little heavy.
Can I try? Can I
What
try
is your
one?
strength?
I want to try one.
Mario, what is your strength?
A 13, the same as his.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Can I try one more time? I'm gonna try. I wasn't ready. I'm gonna try one more time.
I'll let you guys do it together.
Okay. I'm rolling this string check again. Here we go. String check again.
Okay.
That was worse.
You can use the help action. Yeah.
That was way worse.
Oh.
Did you see?
No.
I got a 12.
I got a 7 that time. Yeah.
Okay.
In my defense, Mazoka, I have a cut on my leg.
Stop it.
Oh, boo, I got possessed, man.
I feel like this is a scene from The Lion King. I'm Timon. He's Pumbaa right now. And she's Simba. And we're like,
I can just imagine you pulling up your leg and be like, see that? I have an injury. That is an injury. And she'd be like, that's a scratch. I'm missing an eye. That's an injury.
I got a scratch and dirt on my arm. Like, I got possessed by a goat.
wait, we both got possessed by spirits, like ghosts and stuff, and you got gored by a pig.
Hold on, before you got possessed and her possessed, I was in a slime cube.
And if it wasn't for me, you would still be in it.
Yeah, I want to point
Very
out.
true.
I want to point out that these two people over here, we avoided the slime cubes both times.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
But as a team, you guys all survived. Good
so I
job.
guess I'll help him drag it. I grab one leg in the front, you grab one leg in the front, and we drag it behind us. Problem solved.
So my first question now becomes another question. If I use the Misty Step trying to get this board closer to the camp, with Mario's help, does it work that way as well?
No, because you can
The
only take
reason why
yourself.
I would allow you to do that is because at that point in time, the boar is not alive. It's a part of your image. Okay?
Right.
Mario is not your image. And it does say that you can. It doesn't say you and someone else, or you and the guy
Gotcha.
you're holding. It doesn't
Got
say
it.
you and the guy on your shoulders. Or you and the
Okay.
guy you're holding hands with.
So if we play tug of war with a boar, and you cast Misty Step at the same time that I cast Misty Step, then I go there 30 feet forward with half the boar, and then you go 30 feet forward with half the boar. Problem solved. I can easily carry half of this guy.
Now, if you would really like to use Misty Step in order to whatever, I'll let you do that. It's more of a role play thing than it is anything else.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I was just
So
like I said, that first question, I chose the second option. So we're just me and Mario are just gonna drag it.
We could just cut it into quarters. We could quarter this puppy.
So you guys start continue making your way back to camp. It takes a little while as
We're dragging it.
you are dragging it. You of course. What is that smell? It smells like blood.
Oh, we're dragging because we're leaving a trail behind.
In this place? Are you crazy? Let me get a percentage checks.
A what check?
Percentage. Let's see if anyone is attracted to.
A percentage. How do I roll that on here? I don't know how to do that.
I got a 61.
61.
I got a 76.
I only need one for these sorts of things. And I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys decide because you guys got two different roles. I'm not going to tell you what the outcome of either one are. I will allow you to decide which outcome I receive. 61 or 76?
Let's go with the
I
even
rolled it.
number.
I rolled it. I rolled it on D&D Beyond, and I didn't know how to do it. I just rolled it percentile 8 times, so I got 357.
You're definitely getting an account. So you say you want to go with the even? That'll be
Yeah.
76. Okay.
Yep.
So you make it back to camp without an encounter. Wise decision.
It's like, whoops.
I literally made the 75% chance that you have an encounter. Therefore, only a 25% chance that you made it. That you rolled a 76. So, well done.
Oh, let's try that again.
You guys begin making your way, continuing your way. Making my way downtown. Sorry.
Walking fast.
You continue making your way to the camp of these lizards. That's the best you could call it, even though for them it's a permanent establishment. For you, it's nothing more than what appears to be a few tents that are strewn together. What you would call a dwelling for the evening. They're calling a permanent home. Keep that in mind.
Outcast, I got a question for you. You're a tiefling, right?
Yes.
How tall are you? This is Mario asking. He's like, while you're dragging this boar, he looks at you. He's like, "You're a tiefling, right? How are you?"
Give me 1 second.
You trailed off of
5'7".
your tiefling, right? But what?
I asked him how tall he was.
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Does it bother you that a 4 foot something goblin is as strong as you are?
No, not really.
As Mazoga's not doing a thing, she's like, no, definitely doesn't bother me.
Listen here, Gigantor.
Just keep it short, set. This can go 2 ways.
Would I like either one of the outcomes?
Probably not.
Well, one involves you giving her
Up to you.
at this point.
Oh,
One involves what?
Involves you giving her money. It seems like it's getting to her. She's gonna pick you up by one ankle and be like, "What do you got here?"
Shake it all out.
Empty out your pockets. I could just see it. The second one would be Hulk with Loki. Just.
What is your strength?
Yeah, Mazoga, what's your strength? I feel like 17, 18.
My strength in total is a 16, but it's a 14 plus 2.
Nice.
I'm a half orc, babe. What do you think?
Not, yeah, pretty good. Still
Yeah.
stout, very stout. Yeah. A plus
Mario's
3 strength
strong
is
for a
nothing.
goblin.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario is strong for a goblin. Just keeping that in mind.
Yeah, you are very strong. You've definitely been using your total. All right. So, you guys do make it back to this lizard camp. Of course, you're greeted by a couple of the guards that are kind of keeping watch. They recognize you guys, like, oh, okay, and they greet you and decide to help you with your stuff, even though the orcs is watching you guys drag this thing helplessly. It's actually help you with getting this.
Hey, we brought some stuff to throw on the fire.
And they're like, oh, this is, they with getting into the camp, and you're greeted by other members of the camp. Some of them you recognize as some of the elders you spoke with before. You of course bring this tribute of this boar they see, and they're like, you are welcome to stay, and blah 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 blah. They ask, how did your endeavors down into the crypt go? I see,
Well, it went.
but you are fewer than you went in.
Yeah, he we lost him. Not really sure where he ended up. And we've got all the information we came for, we think. And we were pretty mighty and powerful on the first level down there, but do you know there's an iron golem down there?
I don't really know too much about what is down there myself. There
Really
is
big.
one among us that has delved down there. He looks, and you see one that walks forward, seems to gleam with a bit more of intelligence. And just this one, he's of course speaking in Draconic.
Right.
You guys, right? So
I speak in Draconic.
this one has spent time down in there before. He found some strange object.
Strange object.
Seemed to give him intelligence. The gift has helped our evolve, become better.
Mario's like, what's your great champion's name?
Ooga
Ball. Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Can you spell it?
No.
It's even better because only both of you know Infernal, and so I'm just hearing absolute gibberish.
So I look over at Ooga Ball and I'm like, Ooga Ball, I am Mario the Strong. Could you tell us about your endeavors in the bad place? And did you make it past the Iron Golem to get smart? It doesn't seem smart, but did you make it past the Iron Golem to get smart?
No, I found some strange orb. There was something talking to me in the darkness.
An orb?
I spoke back, and since then my dreams, they've never been the same.
I have this bad
Each
feeling
day,
that something used me to touch the same exact orb. So I'm going to get
such
smarter.
strange.
Awesome. So did you automatically become smart, or did it take time?
He says, yes, it took time. He says he has many dreams, and sometimes learns new things from dreams. And sometimes he sees bad things. He sees the world in total darkness and in flames. And yet, underwater at the same carnage, death. But when I wake, it's always fine. Sometimes don't like to sleep. I don't like sleeping. Now
So,
I drink the bug juice, he says. It's a fermented wine out of like whatever bugs.
what do you are you what kind of profession or specialty you got?
Sorry, he does say that he drinks and block out the dreams. That when he drinks enough that he doesn't dream. He likes.
Likes to drink. I
Sorry.
gotcha. So Ugala. So um what is your expertise in? You like you're a fighter type? Can you cast spells? Are you sneaky? Are you what kind of stuff do you do?
I am advisor to chief.
Hmm.
Me smart.
You ever
Or
thought about going on an adventure and getting out of town for a little while?
I
You could be an ambassador for the tribe and make a line and learn about the things outside. And then when we come back, you'll have all kinds of new information that you can tell the tribe, and you can better plan for how you deal with the outside world. Basically, what I'm asking is, we got some stuff to do. I'm wondering if you want to come along. Seeing as how you're the smart lizard folk. I mean, they're all smart, but you're like a brainiac. You're like super smart.
for a lizard. Um,
I mean,
Roll-
I'm a goblin.
I'm sorry, not intelligence. I was just thinking about him, his intelligence. Roll me a persuasion.
Is this like a classed lizard folk? I'm asking because if it's just some regular guy that's going to die in the first combat with like 6 hit points, that would be really embarrassing. And I don't want to get him killed. But if he's a classed lizard folk, then I'm totally down. But I'm rolling persuasion.
I guess we'll have to find out together.
I rolled an
Well,
18.
while they're talking, and Zoga just start cooking up more.
Yeah, she should start chopping up the boar and get it on the fire and start getting the lizards ready to chew.
Say, I do have cooked utensils.
I think I do.
You, sorry? What was the last bit?
She's
I
looking
think she's
for.
looking for utensils.
Oh,
I haven't
no, I was saying I have cooked utensils. I was saying if while they're talking, because I have absolutely no clue what they're talking about, if I can cook up the boar while they're talking.
I will help you too because I
Okay.
do not speak that lanlanguage.
They have
Make me
they have no idea that I'm inviting this guy.
make me a
Wasn't the
survival.
language of important?
I have to make a survival check?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Cooking. Gracie, can you make me a survival check?
I got an 8.
Okay. It's not going. So, you begin trying to. The fire's already started and so forth. You got a pot and whatnot, but you start cleaning the creature and so forth. But as you're, have you ever cleaned an animal before?
Huh?
Does anyone here ever actually clean an animal?
Have.
So you know that like it can get really messy, or it can be like kind of okay. When you're gutting it open, you actually end up cutting open stomach and its intestines, and it's getting messy, very messy. So you've got, you act fast, save, okay,
Save the
make
meat.
survival.
Come on, guys.
Well,
Can I help her?
Okay, sure. So I'll allow you to make the survival check, Gracie. Would you meaning advantage?
oh, with advantage?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
no, stay down. Stay down. I'm going to get some ice cream in a minute.
One more time.
I'll feed you.
that was a 12.
Okay. So you managed to at least clean up the area in order to, whatever. But you're still working on getting her all skinned and so forth and quartered. It's going much better. Okay. I'll revisit you in just a moment. The lizard man, he contemplates your words, man. You can see the chieftain is sitting next to him, and he's kind of contemplating your words as well. They both speak Chronicles, of course. Listen,
Right.
and the chieftain looks to him and says, "If you wish to go and come back with new knowledge, be tried would be better, I believe. But with new worlds arise new challenges. Are you prepared to face these new adversities that lie ahead?" He looks at the village around him, village he's known, and then looks at the three of you, watching you clean the boar, working together as a team. I think I can try. So
I look over and I'm like, listen, the three of us, we're like a family. So if you come with us, you're one of the family. We'll make sure that we do everything in our power to help you get back. And if we can help with the tribe any way we can, we'll be more than happy to help on this side as well. We can make sure that it's well worth your time, be a mutual beneficial deal. We can learn more about your tribe. We can help you help your tribe, and you can come along with us and gain some new knowledge and maybe some cool items that will help you even more with your dream problem. We might be able to help you get rid of the dream issue. We're going to a place where there might be someone that can help you with that.
intriguing. Well, in that case, I should get my things, he says.
All right.
These
I'm
few
like-
moments that he comes back
I'm
with.
very excited. So excited. I'm like, this is going to be
So he's
great.
gone for a few moments.
I turn around and walk
Very
over to
sure.
them cleaning the board, and I'm like, great. We got another member of the crew now.
Okay.
Ugala is now a member of the party. He is the smartest lizard folk here. He's coming with us to gain knowledge for his tribe. He's going to be one of us. How does that sound, guys?
You said Hugalo?
Ugala. Don't ask me.
We'll
to
just
spell
call him Oog. We'll just call him Oog for short.
Oog. Big O, little O, G. Strong G sound. Oog. That's what you got to do. But the chief agreed. It was a great idea. So
I forgot to change the tag to D&D in the description. So it's like showing them where it would fall out. Let me see if I can change that.
So I was figuring 4 is better than 3, and I wanted to pick his brain about the kobolds, the lizard folk while we're gone, and this way we have more of an in with them, and if we need some number support later, we got the access to it. Just saying, can't hurt. And a 4th set of hands when we're fighting stuff can't hurt either. And he went into that dungeon by himself and came back. So I'm looking at it like, okay. He touched that orb thing that the ghost possessed me to touch, and he's having nightmares now. So I figure maybe if we can help him with the nightmares, maybe we have a 4th amigo. What do you guys think?
I don't mind that. Can we try to get him to speak common? Teach him common
I was
at
just
least?
I mean, he says he's super smart. He is the smartest of all the lizard folk. So I'll ask him. I'll ask him when he comes back. I can't promise nothing though.
Yeah, we'll say he's there with you. He returns and he has a spear and a small sack that is on a small rope that he's tied over his shoulder. He doesn't really have much.
Gotta get this guy a cloak or something before we get to town. That way it'll look more official. How tall is this lizard folk? Is he like 6 foot or something? Or is he a shorter one? Because some lizard men are tall, and then some lizard folk are a little more smaller. So,
I'm kind of building this like character as we're talking about him. So why don't you roll me a
what?
percentile.
A percentile. Oh, I did this I figured it out finally. I'm doing this. All right. This is fun. Last time I hit this thing 8 times. That was the way I went wrong. All right, here we go. Boom. 45.
He's average height, lizard folks. So he's 4.5 feet tall, give or take.
4.5 feet. Is that what you said?
Yeah, about 4 feet, I guess. Not quite 5, but whatever.
So he's close to my height. He and I are like a little similar.
He's technically a medium-sized creature, but he's a small medium. He's like an elf.
So just out of curiosity, just because Mario is curious, I look over at him and I'm like, Ooga, how strong are you?
I'm pretty sure he's got at least a 13 strength. This is one of those things that I'm gonna have to like sit down and like create this character. I feel like I need to if we're gonna have him like go along with us and stuff.
I really want this guy to have like a 14 or 15 strength. That would be ideal.
I'm just gonna roll up his strength randomly right now. I have 46.
Can I give him advantage?
No. You cannot give him advantage to roll his stats.
Brandon's like, I hate you right now, Mario. I can't wait to see how you write up his name.
Yeah, they have a slightly above average strength, so
14.
No, he is not stronger than he is about the same strength. He is smart for a lizard folk, but not strong for a lizard folk.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
He's
So
got like
he's
a
not
14.
Ugla the
He's like
strong.
he's got a
Ugla the
low plus
smart.
2. A low plus 2.
He's Ugla the smart, and I'm Mario the strong. Man, what a team.
So he does have a plus 2, mind you. He's a 14. So this is a little bit.
Ugla, I got a question for you. Do you speak Common? If you want to roll his intelligence real quick to see how many languages you know, Mario can start teaching him how to speak Common on the road to.
I'm wondering if he ever tried to do. Yes, he's read some of the. He's learned to read, and he speaks common.
So I tell him
He's
I'm
not
like
good at,
not good at it. Oh, that's too bad.
not very practiced.
So my associates were wondering if you spoke Common so they could converse with you. So we'll give you some time to practice your Common. If you need any help, I'm here to help you all the way along the way.
Okay.
I turn to the team and I'm like, he speaks a little Common, not a lot, but a little. So enough. He's read some stuff, so he knows some words and he can communicate. So if you guys need to talk to him, he should understand most of what you got to say. If there's a disconnect, I can fill in the blanks for you. But he's pretty smart. I haven't quite figured out what his like a warlock. I'm a sorcerer and a druid. Mizoga is like a half-orc god. I'm not really sure what this one does. Trying to stay on the half-orcs.
I
Good.
just love that.
What did you say?
I said I just love what you were just like. She's like half orc god.
Okay, so you guys convince the lizard folk to travel with you, but he's like, we probably don't want to start our travel.
We'll start in the morning when the sun comes up. Be safer that way.
So he has his little belongings. He says, "Well, you guys are welcome to stay in my hut. So you want? After all, if we're going to be traveling together, we'll get to know each other."
Sounds like a plan.
And so,
I have a question for the DM. In Thalia, what's the orc god's name? Is it still Groomsh? That's the one from like the beginning of D&D. The orc god was Groomsh, the one-eyed orc that was part of the whole elven thing and all that. Same god?
not exactly.
Okay, so
Here, orcs and so forth, trolls, they stem from Virtue's
okay, so
Virtue betrayed the other gods, tried to create life on his own.
okay, so
And that is what created certain races like orcs and so forth.
goblins.
He was trying to create life, but it came out twisted.
Okay, so Mario is going to moving forward explain that Mizoga is one of the daughters of the great orc god in the sky. Okay, build up his friends. How would they know it's not true? How would they know it's not true? How would they know it's not true? I mean, they would never know it's not true. Because apparently there's not even an god in the sky to say it's not true.
Oh, there's an old god in the sky. He's the moon.
What? Really? The moon? Mazoga's the moon's daughter?
Bertram.
Oh, Bertram's the moon. Oh.
The same.
Okay. All right. While we're hanging out with our new buddy, we're eating some freshly cooked boar, and the tribe's happy and they're munching and all that. Any little critters running around? Any little like lizards or squirrels or rabbits or whatever? Like we're in a forest, right? A jungle.
Well, you guys are in a camp. You guys are in a tent.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to leave camp, because he was inviting you guys back to his tent.
We go to.
Unless
I go
you
to
guys-
his tent.
Okay. So he invites you three back to his tent for the. You guys make your way back there, and his tent is not empty. There are three other people that are in there, all girls.
Wow.
He
He's done
has
himself.
after all, he is very special. He says, I will have to say goodbye to my many wives to make adventure with you. You, of course, are welcome to help me say goodbye to my many wives. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get weird with y'all, but lizard. It's not exactly
Oh, I get it.
things.
Very
You
calm.
guys ever seen frogs? They just all end up in a real cluster.
Wow.
They're inviting you back to the cluster.
They're doing their thing all over the place, basically.
So as you guys come in, okay, and there's like a cluster, and he's inviting you back to his cluster. Are you guys still wanting to stay in his tent?
I'm gonna look over at Mazoka and be
No.
like, I don't know about you, but y'all can sleep here. I'm not. I don't trust anything about these furniture.
I give Valcast kind of like the good arm around the head thing. I'm like, yeah, I think it's time to get some good old fresh air for once. The dungeon kind of messed up my sentences.
Good choice. Good choice. I might want to join you for that fresh air.
And you can just leave this.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you just leave Mario all by himself. It's fine.
Mara, you staying for the cluster?
I might stay for a little while. The cluster. I mean, it's educational time. This is like
So
Wild
you guys
Kingdom.
leave Mario in the tent, and he's having. You guys make your way out. Okay. As I'm doing that, and so you guys make your way out. Of course, the boar, some of the hunters have helped finish leading it with you, and they have it on a spit, and they go ahead and start to cook it. But they say that your boar will take much time to cook. We have food now. You want?
What kind of food is it?
It's kind of like what Chris was saying earlier. Local animals. You see some, lizard on a stick. But
Do they actually
no.
have lizard on a stick?
Probably.
That is a delicacy in Thalia. Are you kidding?
I'm gonna look over at Mazoka and be like, "This is kind of weird. A lizard eating a lizard, don't you think?"
Really? You never seen lizards eat lizards? That goes on all the time.
Yeah.
That's standard operating procedure.
Your standard. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
bigger than you are. Get in my belly.
I look
Yeah.
at stuff.
Apex.
So good look at Bobcat and says, well, it's either that or you ready to go hunting?
There's
Well,
of
there is
course,
always.
there's more than just lizards on a stick, okay? Different like you see a pot of what looks like could be like a stew of some kind, and you not a full boar, but you just see a boar's head. It looks like it's been eaten up some, but there's still some remaining. Yeah, you guys can have, of course, whatever. So by what you appears, it could be a boar stew that's going on.
Well, or I look at Mazoka, or we do have a third option, which would involve whatever that was. A group hug.
Yeah, you can like that.
So I'm
That's
gonna be
what
over there
a
testing.
sticky situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and see about the lizard on a stick.
Okay. Lizzo. Me. All right.
I'm
Yourself
gonna
a
go
lizard on a stick. They go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Mazoka's just gonna go into the woods and just kind of look for small animals or something to go hunt.
Okay. All right. Okay. Um.
You know, like lizards and stuff, like iguanas and stuff like that, taste like chicken, right?
So, Brandon, you end up finding a vendor selling lizards on a stick. They offer it to you. They're like, now they don't have money. They like barter trade, but he offers you 3 of the lizards on a stick for 1 leg of your board.
Got it.
Okay. Honor, he says, gives you the three
How'd you get that on your fur?
and he goes over with a like a machete and just like chops that thing off, whatever, takes it back, whatever. He thanks you immensely. Good trade. Um,
Is a lizard on
he
the
said,
stick?
if you need more lizard on a stick, you come me. I give you new lizard on a stick.
Sounds good.
And Gracie, so you end up making your way outside of camp to rustle up some grub. So I need you to do 2 things. One, because you are trying to do a sneaky thing, right?
Yes.
And then because you're trying to find something, roll me a perception.
I got a
12 for what?
perception.
What was your stealth?
Seven.
So, as you were making your way deeper into the woods, you can see in the distance something in a limb of a tree. Um, what looks like maybe a bird, sort of, you know, large bird, maybe a owl, maybe some large bird of prey that is roosting for the evening. But as you approach to get a clear shot, you step on a twig. The bird of prey takes flight and begins flying off into the night. Um, so you see the bird in the sky. Okay, if you would like, you can make me an attack.
Okay. Does a 10 hit?
Unfortunately, no. So you quickly turn and fire, but your shot misses wide, and the bird disappears off into the distance. Uh, would you like to continue trying?
Or like to what?
Would you like to try again?
To shoot at her or look for a different animal?
I don't know. You tell me. Look for whatever you can find, and you look for something specific.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for another animal.
Anyone, or just seeing if you find anything.
Wow, a druid would really help right now, wouldn't it?
I get another 12 on a perception.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
Romeo
sorry.
survived.
A stealth or survival?
Survived.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Okay. So, yeah, the area you're in. You know, like this kind of like two things I'm gonna need. I really want to get some. That's gonna be a clearing, for me to be able to spot. Because you're also gonna need a drawer. Water makes a really good source. So you decide to start making your way up the river, okay, and to see what you could find. You leave from the town and begin following the creek, leading away from the camp towards the coastline. Okay. Now then, make me a perception check.
That's an 11.
Okay. You can see in the down in the distance what looks like a beaver dam. Okay. Looks like a beaver has been at work making some sort of dam, and you might find beavers in there. It's possible.
Can I see if there's any like animal like beaver tracks?
Yes. Roll me an investigation.
That's a 1.
A one?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right. So you start looking around the area for any signs of where more beavers, or like a live beaver. Is that what you're looking for? Tracks? Is that what you're looking for, right? Beaver tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, you're finding it difficult with the lighting conditions to come away from the scenario with anything substantial.
Can I
In other
climb a
words, you rolled a
tree?
1.
Can I
Sure.
climb a tree like by the dam so I can like kill it from above?
If you'd like. I don't think you have ever seen a show. A show with a bunch of rednecks living out in a swamp hunting beavers. What was it called?
Like
What was
Duck Dynasty.
the Duck Dynasty. That was like their favorite thing to do. But they wouldn't get in trees and shoot down on beaver dams. No, they'd get dynamite and blow them up.
I can help with that.
But,
Come back to the house.
So you start to climb. Make me a athlete.
That's like 16.
Can you also just make me a perception check?
That's 10.
So, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Under your
Like, what
stat.
is your wisdom?
My passive perception is a 10.
It's a 10. So you have like no wisdom, no bonuses to your perception. Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is. You climb up in the tree, looking down on the beaver down below, beaver dam below. What would you like to do?
I'm going to wait and see if a beaver pops up.
Okay. So you feel a tug. It feels like a jerk at first. Strange. Like someone trying to like grab you from the belt, like pick you up. Only it's not your belt. It's your side. You hear a roar. You're in a tree with a leopard. Roll initiative.
I'm in a tree with a what?
You take a leopard.
That's a 12 for initiative.
I'm gonna have to ask you to do better. Just kidding. I was kidding. It was a joke. I'm just saying you've been rolling really poorly in the last like 5-10 minutes. All right. So, first of all, I need you to make a strength saving throw. And
So, Pat,
yeah,
on her character sheet under her ranger features, she has not picked her proficiencies or her favorite enemy or her natural explorer stuff or her fighting style or her ranger
that
archetype.
explains a lot of why she's bad.
Yeah, she hasn't done any of the ranger building part of her character. So that's why there's zeros all over the place, just to give you a heads up.
We're gonna have to work on. You didn't create your character sheet anywhere I can get a hold of it. I can't interact with your character.
It's in the Nightfall
You
Bravo game.
did? Nightfall Bravo. Okay.
It's in
I
Nightfall
needed.
Bravo.
Yeah, I didn't expect this game to go beyond one session, but continue to play. Continue to play. It's cool. It's fine.
Okay,
Um,
so does me and the leopard go first?
what?
What?
What did you say?
What did you say? I asked if me and the leopard go first.
Where's that?
They're rolled in that. Oh, I rolled a 12 for initiative, and then I got a 9 on that strength saving throw. That's so low. It was gonna be 14. It was like.
Where's that coming from? Hello.
That might be me. I'll mute myself.
Okay, it's Gracie. Okay. I keep on hearing myself back through Gracie. Okay, it's fine. No big deal. All right, so first of all, what you need to do is I rolled damage for the initial attack you never saw coming. Okay? And that is going to be 15 points of slap. And did you make that saving?
Yeah, that was a 9.
So you are actually pulls you up and then slams you down. Okay, and you are pinned to the branch of the tree, looking down upon the beaver dam with this leopard on the back of your neck. So that's where we're going to start our initiative. What did you roll for initiative?
I got a 12.
Well, you're going to go first, Magic.
So I'm going to attempt to, since I'm pinned, I'm gonna hold on to the branch, and I'm gonna flip to where I'm hanging off of it, so I can try to flip the leopard off.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to roll off the branch. Is that correct?
Like, I'm still a hold of it, but I'm just like flipping to where I'm upside down, so I can get it like off of me.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Just making sure I understand what you're trying to do. Okay. The problem is you're pinned. Okay. So I need you to make a strength save.
Instead of strength saving?
Yes.
That's a 20.
A 20?
Yes.
Okay. So, good news. Out of the tree. You plummet 20 feet upon the ground. You are going to take. Yeah, you can't hold up you and the leopard. Sorry. So you are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down to the ground. Good news is, so does the panther. He takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage as well. All right. So we find ourselves on the ground. You have managed to get yourself out of the tree and are on the ground now. You are no longer pinned. And that cat. So,
Okay.
I think what I'm gonna do. Yes.
Oh, I was just gonna make an attack on it.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. So we ended up using our action to get out of the tree, defeat that strength saving throw. And you fell onto the ground. So you're out of the tree. I will allow you at this point in time a movement, okay, or bonus action.
Oh, I was gonna say I get 2 attacks per action.
Understood. But you used your action.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. So as my bonus action, I'm going to offhand wield the hand axe and make like an offhand strike.
So if you make an attack with your primary hand, you can then make a secondary attack with bonus action. You have failed to meet the criteria of the primary focus of that. You've not been able to make an attack with your primary hand. So you can't make a secondary weapon attack as a bonus action because you have to have made a primary weapon attack to make a secondary weapon attack. That's what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not trying to be mean. Okay? But I want to try to keep in the realm of believability here. And
Okay. So yeah, she's just gonna wield the hand axe in her offhand and just kind of get ready to fight.
yeah, you prepare your weapons, that's fine.
And then that'll be it.
Jumps and leaps into the tree. Okay. And guess what it does next?
It's gonna fall on me. Isn't it?
It disappears into the tree and darkness above as it rolled a successful stealth check. If you'd like to find it, you know you got it. But at this point in time, you are standing on the ground. The leopard has sprung back up into the tree, disappeared in the canopy above. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna get a tad bit closer to the beaver dam, so I'm kind of like out of the tree line, and then I'm gonna try to look for it.
Then you're going to look for the jaguar or leopard.
Yes, and that was a 13 on perception.
On your attack?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. I was like, what are you attacking? Bam. The dam? Screw you, dam. So you are scanning the area for the leopard, right?
Yes.
You're looking for the leopard, right? Okay. But you don't come up with anything. You cannot see it at all. You can't hear it. It's like an eerie silence. Like everything just went quiet. You begin making your way over towards the dam to get out from underneath the trees and so forth into a clearing, trying to get away, but you feel like leopard kind of knew what it was doing. It was hunting beaver. Now it's hunting you. So, what would you like to do? Anything else? My turn is hiding from you, and I'm doing that really well.
Okay. As weird as it sounds, Misoga's gonna face in the last direction that she knew, and she's just gonna intimidately just roar.
Roll me intimidation.
That's 15.
15. So back at camp, you guys can hear what sounds like the yelling or roaring of your friend off in the distance, beyond town. As you roar and yell into the darkness, nothing seems to happen. But you can somehow feel those eyes are upon you. But you don't really know. Could be gone.
Can I actually hear this while I'm in the love ball?
You definitely you heard her yell. You heard her yell. Okay.
All right. I excuse myself from the goodbye session, and I'm gonna go check on Mazoga.
All right, Mazoga. You find
I'm
yourself
also
out there in the jungle in the middle of the night, and a leopard, no less, is trying to start hunting you. You can still feel your side where it had you briefly pinned to the branch. And normally, once you're pinned to a branch, it's the last thing you're doing. But you, luckily, with a good mindset, managed to roll yourself out of the tree. But now you find yourself still in that forest, dark and alone. And you can hear rustling coming from the dam behind you. What would you like to do?
Can I cast speak with animals?
Absolutely. Who would you
Okay.
like to cast Speak for the
So
Animals?
now,
Yourself, right? Yeah.
yes, myself.
I'm just kidding. I'm being facetious.
Oh.
Alright, so, yeah, you cast Speak with Animals.
And then she's just gonna say in a general statement that I can hear you. Come out, coward.
If I came out, that leopard's sure to get me. Oh, yes. He's been out there all night. I'd rather stay in here where it's nice and warm, you see. Nice and warm. And dry to boot. Yes.
You're talking to the beaver. That was funny.
Maybe you can. I'll
Mazoga.
make barter with you.
Hey, Mazoga. You are a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Just checking.
So I'm gonna look at the beavers and I'm gonna say, I'll make a barter with you. You attract the leopard, and I'll take care of it for you.
Well, I saw how well you were taking care of that leopard from in here, and I gotta say, you're not very good at taking care of leopards.
I also was a tree.
What was that last bit?
I could weren't really barking. I was like, it's also because I was in a tree in the underground.
Yeah, what were you doing in the tree, by the way? In the middle of the night? Here? Jungle?
Hunting beaver.
And now you want my help? No. What were you doing in the forest in the middle of the night? In the tree. What do you say?
I was getting some fresh air. I've been in a dungeon for days.
You're such a
That would be
liar.
nice.
Roll me a deception.
Just so you know, Mario is heading in the direction of the screams.
I couldn't feel myself. There was an end.
Well, fresh air, yes. I understand that. It's quite musky in the den. If I don't get some fresh air from time to time either, the missus, she fights. Who are you talking to? No one. Go back to bed.
Well, I best not keep you from the misfits.
No, please go on. This is quite entertaining. I must say, you hear from the tree above. You see basically Shere Khan just like wagging his tail
It's like
down
a leopard now.
the So why won't you tell that poor beaver why you're out here in the forest in the middle of the night? I'm just kidding. Totally did
That
not.
is actually
That did
awesome.
not happen. It
No.
totally should have happened.
That should
Totally
happen.
should have done that.
That should
Totally
totally
should have done
happen.
that. But I'm not.
You should have that happen as Mario walks
Oh
up and
my
casts animal
gosh.
friendship on the leopard to save the day.
That leopard's long gone.
I was gonna say I was waiting on Shere Khan to come back and just go, "Oh my, please do tell."
If you had done that, because Mario is running out there and I'm ready with animal friendship to be friends with the leopard and go, no, leopard. Oh, yeah, she was going to eat the beaver, not you.
No, but you guys, you start charging towards the sound of the, whatever, her yelling. Gracie, make me a perception, please. Lisa. My damn Grace.
That's a 3.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you until she.
Yeah, we're getting reverberation from Gracie. Are you using your phone, Gracie?
Yeah, I'm connected to a speaker.
Ah. So speaker that's reverberating through the phone. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Just try to mute yourself when you're not talking. So and Chris, and Brandon. So you guys are meet up and start making your way out of the camp, making your way towards the sounds of Gracie's holler. Let me get survival checks from the two of you to head in that direction.
Well, I got a 9.
Oh, I got a 22. Mario, the strong.
Is leading the way now.
Well, I am a druid.
So, yeah. You come out there, you're like, shh, I heard it from this way. Mario's like, no, this way. Come on. So, Mario's leading the way. Gracie, you're still out there in the forest, middle of the night, talking to a beaver. And was there anything else you wanted to do while you were out here?
Yeah, eat the beaver.
So, does the leopard kind of do the Shere Khan thing and like talk to me?
No, I was just kidding. I totally should have done that, but no.
Okay, so she's just gonna specify and is like, "Oh, leopard, I'm waiting."
So the last thing I remember, you were lying to the beaver about why you were out here in the middle of the forest. The beaver, however, does believe you just came out for some fresh air. He was like, okay, so fresh air, yeah. I need fresh air from time to time too. And then you start going back on about this leopard. He's like, well, if it's leopards you want, I'll leave you to it. Good night. Good luck. But no, I'm not going to put my life on the line. No.
So,
Have you seen what a leopard can do?
To a beaver?
It's not pretty.
You seen what a leopard can
Kinda
do
like
to a dog, like a full size man. You know, it's
kind of like watching a kid finger paint. It's bad.
watching a kid finger paint. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I never even thought about it that way. But yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like watching a kid finger paint.
So as the beaver's walking away, I'm kind of gonna taunt like, well,
Now you've never
I mean-
seen the beaver. You're talking through the thing.
so I'm just gonna taunt him and be like, well, I guess, you can hide away in your den, a coward, or you can come help me. And Mrs. probably very happy. You helped get rid of the leopard problem. Maybe she'll crack you some slack.
It looked like Bone was on briefly. Shy tweet Bone, is that?
Yeah, he just sent me a picture of me eating ice cream.
That's funny. All right. I just. Hello, Bone. Good to see you out there. Another one of my comic book heroes, as it were, as they provide me with all my heroes. If you are into comics, of course, I would suggest you head over to Drake's Comics. Yeah, that's that guy right over there. And they can set you guys up. You might even run into me, Batman, as they know me, because I am the Batman fanatic.
The Batman.
But anyway, I am the Batman. Anyway, so try to convince the beaver. Beaver's like, no, I don't want to do that. The good news is you haven't seen or heard any signs of the leopard. However, coming out of the brush, you see your friends, Mario, and his faithful companion, relying upon his sense of direction. Just
Can't find his way out of a paper bag.
Is there still a
that's why I
leopard?
said no.
So Digga turns to them and says, well. Looks like
Yes.
Calvary showed up.
Yeah.
Leopard's
Yeah, we heard you screaming. Maybe you should have had, a lizard on a stick.
I have.
I mean,
Stick white protein.
you look pretty happy with the lizard on a stick, but you're a small creature. You think that little lizard's gonna feel this appetite?
Wait,
You do know we got a boar cooking, right?
It probably won't be done until tomorrow.
he's almost 6 feet tall.
Who's almost 6 feet?
Valcast.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah.
Him.
He's
I thought
5'7".
you were like 5'7". That's not almost 6 feet.
It's up there.
That's almost 5.5 feet. You're just over 5.5.
This is coming from the guy that's 4 feet tall. Yeah, no, he's almost 6
Yeah,
feet
he's
tall.
he's like one of the tallest people you've ever met in your life. Yeah, absolutely.
Minus Zoka over here.
It just goes to the whole strength thing. Just makes it even funnier.
I'm gonna switch devices and head outside and smoke a cigarette real quick while we're chilling. We will be finishing up in probably about 30 minutes or so. Give or take.
So, Gracie,
Yes.
while he's switching devices, you might want to, if you go, are you on your phone or you have access to your stuff on a computer?
I have it pulled up on my iPad right now.
On your iPad?
Yeah.
All right. So on your character, there's that little anvil with a little hammer and anvil. If you click on that, it kind of takes you back into your character. If you go to where it says class, it should open it up there. And there's a drop down screen that says class features under where it says Ranger.
Yeah,
and
I
it
see it.
shows all of these areas that need you to make choices about your character.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you go do that, you're going to find that your character is going to be a lot better off.
Right, I'm thinking my butt beat. Love her.
That was all.
You guys find your friend Mazoga out outside the river or creek. Well, river turned into a creek by a beaver dam. That you hear Mazoga talking to you guys come out of the forest. She seems to be trying to convince a beaver dam to help her catch a leopard.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at Mazoga and go, so minus, you could have had a lizard on a stick. Are you good? You're talking to a beaver dam. I don't see no beavers.
Well, they're in the dam, and I was trying to convince one of them to be a little bit of bait for me so I can kill this leopard.
You got a leopard. Which way did it go?
Last I know, it went up into the treetop. I haven't seen it since.
I climb up in the tree looking for the leopard.
Can I make a perception?
Yeah, you can make a perception. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, if you want a leopard to hang around, you probably should have been yelling at it. You heard it squealing.
Right. I got an 8. He's probably going to get, he got a better.
14.
You look up into the tree line, but you don't see any sign of a leopard or much of anything for that matter. The tree limbs just gently blow in the wind.
But basically, after the half-orc fought off the leopard's like, okay, that's a half-orc. I'm out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. So, taking surprise, but now the half-orc's yelling and pulling out axes. I think I'll take my chances on something else.
Yeah, something that doesn't fight back with handheld weapons. Okay.
Mazoga yelled out, "I'll fight you with my bare hand."
So,
Mario walks over to Mazoga and like looks up at you and goes, "Hey, Mazoga, come here for a second."
She crouches down. What do you want?
You know I'm a druid and I kind of do the forest thing. You're a ranger. You should be able to like handle the beasts in the forest pretty easily. I mean, you're a ranger. You do stuff in the woods. The creatures out here, you should be able to like, operate without having them try to eat you. That's part of the advantage of being a ranger. Just saying. That's all.
You get at the animal side of it.
I don't want to talk to them. I want to eat them.
If you needed someone to disappear, I can make it.
So, are you going to be willing to partake in a lizard on a stick now?
Me? No.
No,
I
Mazoga.
don't know. I really want to hunt down this leopard.
What are you gonna eat a leopard?
If you want. I will say
At
that
this
Coke's
time- At this time of night. You know what? That sounds interesting. Hey, Mario, you want to be a live bait?
If you're going to try to use Mario's live bait to catch a leopard, no.
I'm only
Oh,
joking,
you're perfect
Mario.
size.
I'm not.
You wait. She was. You saying I'm a beaver?
Pretty big.
Mario, I would never use you as a live bait. As I wink towards Mazoga.
Okay.
Joking, Mario.
Oh.
Joking.
Truth be told, I'd honestly would use both of you. But that's a story for another day.
Well, you don't want me to be live bait because of, well, look what happened to the boar.
Well, as long as you don't hellishly freak out and ruin the coat, I'm fine with that.
You missed. You got gored. But you did finish it off though.
Yeah.
Or did you?
I finished it off with my reaction.
And don't give me. As my greatest friend, that point, you freaked out over one scratch.
Wow,
But
you
I took down the boar by myself though.
You made greatest friend status.
True, you took down the boar.
Wow.
But you barely could lift it up.
Are we in competition now?
That still counts as one.
And remember I pulled you out of that gelatinous cube?
Yeah, you remember who got somebody unpossessed? This guy.
Then got himself possessed?
Listen, if we're gonna go that route, I haven't gotten possessed yet.
Oh, well, good for you. You also have a demon at the end of your leash, too.
You did, however, in a way, possess a gelatinous cube.
Yes.
Wait, actually you did, because you were inside the gelatinous cube. You
I
know,
was
that's
the one
almost like you were
possessing.
being digested. Like you let a gelatinous cube eat you.
You
But
don't
at
know.
least I
You were
didn't.
suffocated.
But at least I didn't have a celestial being inside me.
Did you ever? Have you ever seen the Land of the
Listen.
Lost movie with Will Ferrell in it?
Hmm.
Where Will
It
Ferrell
doesn't sound.
decides he's going to beat Grumpy the T-Rex by getting eaten and pooped out the back end. That's kind of what happened to you.
In a way, yeah. I'm okay with that.
And listen, being possessed by a celestial being, you're just jealous because you didn't get possessed.
Yeah.
See, me and Mario got possessed. You just left out.
Yeah.
You,
I mean-
you be Joe.
I mean, I could have let y'all burn in the kitchen.
And I could have left you in that gelatinous cube to suffocate, but I didn't.
Wow. This is like I'm like Mario's watching all this going. He's like, we came out here to help her, and now what are we doing?
Mizoga.
Oh, friendly.
It's a demon.
Mizoga.
Yes.
You hear from the dam. Well, could you leave us alone to get some rest ourselves? Do you mind?
I hear this like, I'm like, oh, you're talking to a beaver out there.
I look back to the dam. I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
So then, she turns back and says, "Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go leopard hunting."
You really want to go after this leopard? Okay.
You attack me and run off? Oh. I will hunt you to the 9 hells and back if I have to.
Okay. Well, this is your hunt. We are going to assist you in a hunt and with this. So lead the way, Mizoga.
Alright. But first, Mario, would you lead?
Hey, little fella.
Yeah.
I think she's talking. I think she's talking to you.
You trying to get me to go in the beaver dam?
No. We're going back into the woods. But since your sense of direction is really great, I'd like you to lead us back, if you don't mind.
Oh, really? Back
Since
to the
you
camp?
are more
back
strong.
back to the lizard folk camp, or you want to try to hunt this leopard in the middle of the night?
Oh yeah, we're definitely
The leopard.
the leopard.
One day we're going to look back at this moment, and you're going to hope that we forget about this moment. I just want to point out that the ranger is asking for the druid to help find the leopard. I just want to point it out. I mean, I'll help. I'll entertain you. So Pat, can I do some checking around and see if I can get an idea of which way this leopard might have gone?
Certainly. Make me a survival check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Well, you are a druid. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you would be well aware enough that a leopard basically a couple different options. In an area like this, are probably either going to be in a cave or have a place in a tree. Now, if it's a mother that's taking care of kids, cubs, definitely going to have a cave. So, but if it's not, it might be hunting in the tree. So it's a one of those things. Do you want to continue looking for the trees, or perhaps the try to look for a cave? And
I'm gonna.
the Bible is telling you it could be either way.
So I want to kind of check the trees that are in the vicinity to see if I can see where maybe there might be broken limbs or something where it might have tried to like vacate.
Okay, sure. Make me a perception check.
While he does that, can I search for leopard prints on the ground?
Make me an
23.
Okay.
Got a 23.
Okay. And Gracie, make me an investigation check if you can do that. Chris or Drake, as you look and examine the trees, you do see a section where there was a broken limb, but it's not far from the area in which you were. Definitely looks like there was a tussle there. Could be where Gracie may have met this leopard. You look off from there to see if there's any other signs, but no. That light-footed leopard left no sign.
Okay.
What role did you say I need?
So Zelga, you were talking to a beaver, right?
Yes, I was.
You thought about asking the beaver where the leopard lives? You can tell the beaver that if it tells you where the leopard lives, you'll go mess with the leopard and leave it alone for the rest of the night.
Alright, sounds like a deal. So I
Hey.
walk back to the dam, and I'm like, hey, are you awake?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'll make the deal. I will leave you alone if you tell me where this leopard lives.
Tell you where he doesn't live. Doesn't live in here with me.
I will sit here and keep bothering you if you don't tell me.
You realize I can tell you anything. Doesn't mean I know where he lives. I'm being honest. I don't know where the leopard lives. I don't hunt leopards. Leopards hunt me. And I try to stay out of his territory as much as possible. But then all this stuff with these lizard folk getting bigger and so forth. They're horrible, horrible creatures.
How long has these lizard folks been?
What?
How long have the lizard folk? You said they are another one of your problems.
They recently moved in to an area near mine, and well, to be honest, they're filthy. They bathe in my pool. It's terrible.
Alright. A deal's a deal. I'll leave you alone. And you said you didn't know who the leopard was.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you do. If you convince lizard folk to leave my pond alone, I'll ask about where that leopard might live. I know some birds that owe me a favor or two. Of course, you'll have to wait for morning.
How about even a better one? I will do both. I will kill that leopard and convince them not to bathe in your pool.
Well, you convince
In
those lizards.
return, you will owe me a favor when the time comes.
Well, you convince those lizard folk to move on from here, leave my pool alone, and I'll give you the information you seek.
Okay. Fine. It's a deal.
Does this mean I can go to bed?
Good night.
Good night.
So she goes back to the group.
Talking to nobody.
What?
Go back to bed, Loretta.
A beaver named Loretta.
Hey, it could happen.
So when Zuko walks back over to the party and is like, well, call me crazy, but I just made a deal with the...
You made a deal with a beaver? For what?
Well, they don't necessarily like these folk. At least not bathing in the pool. So, in return, they said, convince them not to bathe them in their pool, and they'll tell me where the leopard is. But they said I have to wait till morning, and I don't have patience. So, let's divide and conquer.
All right.
So you're suggesting Mario goes to speak with the lizard folk, and me and you go track this leopard down?
Sounds a wonderful idea.
You want me to go ask the lizard folk to stay out of the lake because of a beaver?
Well, just to make their little... I mean, you convinced one of them to join us.
That's completely different. Is this the primary body of water they use, Pat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not happening. There's no way.
So the beavers actually
You
have
could
to get the lizard folk to like move their home completely.
Well, so I respect nature. I'm a druid. And you're a ranger, so I can see why you'd want to help the beaver. I get it. This is totally unrealistic. I don't think we're gonna get this. This one is a hard one to get taken care of. Just letting you know that. It's gonna be a hard sell. I mean, the lizards would rather eat the beaver and just stay in the water.
Hold on, Gracie. Can you roll me an insight check?
Okay. Oh.
That is a 5.
Dragon, you
Yeah.
hungry? We're gonna be done in a few minutes. I'll feed you.
Would anyone else like to roll an insight by chance?
Sure.
I will.
I can't wait to see what the insight tells me. Oh wait, that's Mizoga.
Well, I rolled a one higher than her. I got a 6.
I have a +7 insight, so let's see what I get. Wow. I rolled a 2. So I have a 9.
All right, carry on.
Well, now that we've done all the damage we can do at the beaver dam, where are we heading next? Get off the computer. So there's the leopard's gone to wherever the leopard is. Maybe the leopard's on the other side of the lake, where we're not.
Wouldn't I have seen the leopard go across the lake?
Not if it went around the outskirts of the lake through the trees to the other side, just to get on the opposite side of the lake from you. Or like,
How about this?
it could be at a cave, in any cave anywhere around here if there's caves. And yeah, just gonna leave the cave topic completely alone.
Can I climb a tree and get a layout of like the land?
Yeah, sure. I remember climbing a tree last time worked out great for you.
Yeah, you ended up getting attacked by a leopard.
So make me athletics.
Oh, that's 9.
You have a difficult time, but you do manage to make your way up into the tree. Okay. You just happen to make a whole bunch of noise doing it. So you make your way up. Get up into the tree. Go ahead and make me a perception check. I will give you advantage.
And 11.
You look into your pocket and out jumps a leopard. Well, you get a lay of the land. You get a lay of the land from up here. And you can see, like what Mario was talking about, there is a lake on the other side. And of course, there is a bit of what looks like a rocky, mountainous terrain as well. That could be ideal for a cave. If the leopard did have a home in a cave, it'd probably be somewhere in that vicinity. And, you know, whatever. But you don't see a leopard itself.
Okay. So I'm gonna climb back down the tree and I'm going to tell them that I see like a rocky area that may look like a mountain or a cave, and that we're heading there.
I walk over to Mazoga. I tug on her hand. I'm like, listen here, friend. You just let the leopard go. Let's go back to the lizard folk camp, see if the boar is cooked enough to eat, and get some rest. We got journey in the morning.
I'm going to look at Mario and Mazoga and go, little fella over here is correct.
Well, we let this leopard. We gotta let this leopard go. I know you're upset because you took a bite out of you, but you're gonna be okay.
I'll tell you what, Mazoga. In the morning, bright and early, we will go hunt down that leopard.
Really? Leopard safari, huh?
Look, I get it. My greatest friends just too scared to hunt a leopard at night. If you would like to go back to camp, feel free. But I'm hunting this thing.
The ranger is like, I am not leaving this woods until I get the leopard that bit me on the backside. The kitten's sitting here looking at me like the kitten's on the floor with her ears straight up going. She's like, I didn't do it, I promise.
As you climb down out of the tree and you're telling the group about all your stuff and whatnot. You hear, I see. You have a problem. You look over your shoulder. Maybe it's your animal, speak with animals that's working. But either way, there's a snake, python, draped down out of the tree. It seems to be smiling. You're not sure, but I think it just spoke.
So,
What seems to be your problem?
looking around for a big purple bear, big brown bear.
Out
Fear we
there.
should get a bear coming out of the woods any minute now. As we got, the bear was Baloo. What was the panther's name? Which would be the jaguar. Would be Shere Khan was a tiger. So that makes
Akira.
Bagheera, yeah. So that makes the beaver Mowgli. Okay, I'm on board.
Okay.
So does Mizuka see this python? Or does she just hear it?
You see and hear the python.
Okay, so I looked at python and said, yes, indeed, actually, I do have a problem. You see, there is this leopard that decided to attack me. And when I tried to fight back, it ran away. And I'm not okay with that. And this leopard's gonna die tonight by my hands. Do you know, possibly, where this leopard lives?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I did see your quarrel. It was highly amusing. You were so focused on that furry creature. I must admit, they are delicious. And I just don't like getting wet. I have to wait for them to come out. And as I waited for them to come out, I saw you creeping in. And then I saw her creep upon you. I'll tell you why. You know what's more delicious than a beaver? A leopard cub. I'll show you where she is. If you let me hear her yawn.
Okay, this is getting a little twisted now, guys.
So Mizuka responds, okay. Lead the way.
Wow. Ow. Jesus.
What Ranger class school did you go to? Mario is like, all right, it's weird enough that a goblin is a druid, but which ranger school did you go to? If you're gonna kill the leopard, you at least gonna adopt the cubs and keep them and help them because that would be the right thing to do. But to feed them to the boa constrictor or the python, whatever this is, that's not the way to go.
But as a druid, don't you accept the circle of life?
Yeah, I accept that there's a circle of life, but that does not mean that I'm going to murder the parent of the child that I'm then going to feed to the snake.
And what's different than murdering them in front of them and then taking them in?
I wasn't
You
really
raised
planning on killing the leopard to begin with. You were the one on the leopard. The leopard must die mode.
So
You're not dead.
hold on. Let's back up here. I like where this is going because there's that whole moral thing, but that's kind of, Chris knows, that's what I do. I make you make moral decisions. Okay, so there is something that we're forgetting. Is the reason why the deal is being made is because one member of the party has chosen to cast a spell to keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that knows about the deal is Grace.
That's true. My bad.
Her talking to a snake. But you guys also said, it's late, we should go back. She said she wants to continue hunting this leopard and is talking to a snake. Now, that's all you know. You don't know that the snake has agreed to show her where the leopard is or made any agreement for payment.
It's true. So, Mario never tried to give you the moral high ground to keep your ranger status instead. In
But
check.
that is definitely on top of the ground, on top of the table thing that she should totally be aware of. Yeah, for sure. This, this is a huge thing for you, Grace. This directly makes you, in my book, well, takes you straight past neutral to evil.
That's not great for your ranger status. Just saying. But you got to do what you got to do. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to see if there's some cooked boar that I could nibble on. If the bacon's done cooking yet.
But that's your decision to make. It's your character. It's your journey. So, Gracie, the snake has agreed to show you where the leopard is, while your friends have tried to plead with you to let it go, and even to the point that if you just wait till morning, I'll help you find the leopard, one of them says. But you're like, no, I am getting this leopard. That is that. So, with that,
Mazoga the Stubborn.
Mazoga continues on in the darkness as you guys make your way back to camp. Is that correct?
I'm going to choose to stay with her just in case if something happens, she has backup at least.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah.
friend. What about you, Mario?
Well, I did leave a whole tent full of fun back there. I mean, I'm missing out on a good time. But I guess Valcast is right. I should hang out for a minute and make sure that our friend makes it okay. Because, I mean, you never know. There might be a whole crew of leopards that are just waiting to pounce on her.
But wait, Mario. We're forgetting the whole picture here. She was just talking to a snake.
Yeah, she's a ranger.
Yeah.
Rangers and druids tend to talk to animals. I could do
Mazoga.
the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mazoga. What were you and the snake talking about?
About they're gonna show me the way to wherever the leopard is. In return, I will pay. I won't specify what the payment is. But just
you do what now?
you and Mario will not be harmed. So you're okay. So, if
You
there's
said-
any cups or anything, okay, they may not be safe.
So, in a sense, what I'm getting is, as for information towards finding this leopard, what I'm gathering is, or connecting the dots, rather, you're gonna feed the cubs to the snake. Is that correct?
Ding, ding, ding. Mario, what prize does he win?
The no prize. They call that a no prize. They call that a no prize.
Well, the only reason. Sorry, Mario. The only reason why I'm asking is, I don't know what conversation you had with that snake. So, I mean, I'll still stay with you to make sure no harm comes to you. But just know that this is very, very wrong.
So you guys begin making your way off into the darkness, making your way off in search of this leopard, this hole, guided by a snake and the sense of vengeance on the part of our half-orc. But we're gonna have to find out what happens with that next time we come back to Shadows of Phyxiuos. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and of course, as always, be kind to each other. We're all in this together, and everyone, say good night.